It's always a party at Patchworks. Let's get this party started. Woot, woot. Hi, everyone. This is Julie from Patchworks, and I am so excited that you're joining us for another Must Sew TV tonight here at Patchworks. Oh, my goodness. We have, are we going to be here until midnight? I don't know. I got Kathy here. We're super excited to share all sorts of stuff with you. We almost even were late, or maybe we were a little bit late, and we realized we didn't even make everything all active. So let me just make sure we're connected, and then we'll do a rundown of all the fun things we're going to do tonight, okay? So hello, hello, hello. Oh, yay, yay, yay. So happy everybody's here. Woot, woot, woot. Okay, so theme of tonight, Halloween. Woo, spooky. And we thought we would do something fun. So we've been doing some prizes for the past few shows, but we thought today, everybody should be a winner. What do you think? So Kathy and Heidi thought that was a fabulous idea. We didn't tell Frank. That's all right. And so what we're going to do is we thought we would have Boo Bucks, right? Because it's spooky Halloween. So what are Boo Bucks? Boo Bucks are a little fun personalized discount for all of you for any of your purchases that you buy tonight, that is from the show on, so September 11th, 2025 to 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, September 12th, 2025, you'll get $1 for every $10 spent issued to you as a special Boo Buck, and that will be able to be redeemed either in store or online the month of October 2025. What? Oh, that's so cool. So you can order as much as you want or as little as you want. It will be for merchandise only, so not valid on gift card purchases, but otherwise, literally anything you want, anything, right? No limitations for tonight through 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. Was that right, Kathy?
That's right.
Okay, Kathy's super excited.
Woot, 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 woot.
So,
Boo Bucks.
okay, so thanks, Kathy, for coming and sharing that with us. So Kathy's in the spirit, and she is wearing her fun Life is Good shirt. So that is so fun and exciting. And who knows what we're going to have today. So I had shared that today is actually going to be part 1 of 2 because we have so much Halloween inspiration. I know you find that hard to believe because I love Halloween. I'm sure you couldn't have guessed that. So first, what we're going to look at is what we have behind us. So what is behind us is a brand new fat stack quilt. Isn't that fun? So it is so simple. That is the name of the quilt. And Kathy, I didn't grab a pattern. Is there a pattern floating around? I think Kathy was folding them. So, and maybe she can't find it. Who knows? That's all right. Well, you've seen it before, and it is a combination. It starts with 12 fat quarters and no background on this one, okay? No background. But what we did do is that we did put in some squares from a panel. Oh, yay, she's bringing it for us. Yay! So the So Simple quilt, okay, you can see right there. So the 12 fat quarters without adding a panel would finish 49 by 56. So you have some giant half square triangles and then some 4 patches. Super, super fun. And one of the things that I really like about this quilt is that I like to substitute panel squares for some of the squares. And so then if you take a panel and a 12 pack, so the 12 pack is here, and we'll look at it in just a minute. The 12 pack is here, and then the panel is right here. Thank you so much, Kathy. The panel is right here. And we're going to use every single component of this panel. So we have 9 characters and 3 letters that spell out Boo. Lisa made this up for us, and she organized it, and I love, love, love how she did it, and just kind of scattered the animals around and did that Super fun, super cute. And then we finished it off with a bias stripe binding. So if you want to make it just like Lisa, we of course put a fun little kit together that we'll talk about. Okay, so how fun is that? Let me add our little caption here. And then we'll also talk about how you can shop tonight. So we have our big Halloween page, and I probably should have made a show page too for tonight, but I just made a Halloween page that's on the front of our website. So after the show, I'll go and I'll make sure that we have everything just right on there. But until then, you'll be able to see everything that we're talking about tonight on the Halloween page. Doesn't that sound fun? Kathy thinks that sounds super fun.
Really fun.
Really fun. Woohoo. Okay, so, and the so this is our brand new kit. All right, so how are we going to put this together? We are going to be making some giant half square triangles. When you're making giant half square triangles, you can use your quick quarter ruler, and you want a giant quick quarter ruler for making the giant blocks. And then you'll be doing some 4 patches there. And we will talk about this a little bit more next week on a little bit more of a full demo of this, because we have block step outs that we're doing for you, as well as a binding step out for you. But we just wanted to make sure that you could get this quilt right away so you could see it in case if you wanted to scoop it up. But one of the things that she says in order to get those squares to be perfect, perfect, perfect is that you actually subcut. You subcut your panel, and Kathy's coming to help to hold up our panel. Thanks so much, Kathy. Nope, like this. Oh, upside down.
I know, I was trying to.
Okay.
Right side up.
Right side up. All right. So if you rough cut this out, then what you're going to be doing is that you're going to be cutting it down to 7.5. So I'll be showing you on a ruler how, if you have a larger square ruler, how you can mark your ruler because, well, I don't know about you, but I don't have a square ruler for every single size. So we'll talk about how you can either use a template plastic or you mark your square ruler or larger strip ruler in order to trim these down. So first subcut these, and then you'll be fussy cutting them down to your 7.5. You technically could just fussy cut them out and have this back of the panel be more like Swiss cheese, but it's a little bit easier if you start with a smaller piece of fabric. So in next week's show, we'll be doing a little bit more of a step out on that, as well as share with you, thanks Kathy, when you are putting your half square triangles together, we're going to show you, especially for like these directional fabrics, how to get those directional fabrics to line up exactly how you want them to. So that's going to be super fun. But we do have some kits available for you that have the whole panel and the 12 fet quarters and a yard of binding. Now, why a yard of binding for this teeny tiny little quilt? It finishes 56 by 63 when you add in the squares for the panel. But what I like to do when I'm working with a bias binding is, rather than just working with the 5/8 of a yard, I want to start with a square so I have the largest diagonal strips possible. So we included, so you could do it just like Julie, and we'll give you a super fun tip and trick of how to join this so that you can, so that you don't see where you joined it. So you join it in the stripe, which makes it look like one continuous piece. I'm pretty excited. Frank wasn't nearly as excited as I was when I showed him that you can't spot the seam, but I invite you to come on in and check it out to spot the seam, and we'll be talking about how to do that next week. All right? Whew. So any questions so far? And I'll just give you a link just to that one kit in case if you needed to see the kit. And then we will go through the, so this is a link to the costume party And then everything else you can just be finding in the page, okay? So that's for the costume party collection. Let's take a peek to look at the gorgeous fabrics up close and personal, okay? Sounds good. And then we have in some other patterns from Pammy Jane. It's so cute. How many of you dress your pets for the Halloween? So Kathy, did you ever dress Wyatt?
I did.
And did you make him costumes or just
Little headband.
little headbands to do the colors or headbands?
Headbands.
Headbands. Okay, so like, okay, fun.
Christmas.
Christmas.
That's a different show.
That's a different show. All right, so let's take a peek at the 12 prints that we used in the 12 pack. So we have the 12 pack available that may or may not be an actual item online yet. There was a little bit of difficulty uploading it. Now this is just a regular fat stack, okay? So the deal is the Boo Bucks. It's not on this fat stack as a reduced price, okay? This is, look at these, super fun. And you have these really great diamonds here, and I love our little kind of cute little skeletons there, scenic. I love this Boo. And then this super cute, funky little jack-o'-lantern on the black and white. Okay, so these are our 12 fabrics, and then we have our panel that goes along with it. This here is the Timeless Treasure 1/4 inch black and white striped fabric that we paired with it. And you can see that the black and white, it's not perfect, but it looks really, really nice next to each other. So we thought that was a fun addition. So if you want just the fat stack, the fat stack is $45. If you want to have the whole quilt top to make the costume party 56 by 63, so it has the pattern, the panel, fabric for the front, and your binding, it is $69.99. So that's a really great price for a fun throw quilt. As we finished this quilt, this is now the latest 12-pack pattern, and all of you are going to be getting the 12-pack pattern So Simple, and you will be getting our addendum of how to use the panels in your quilt, as well as how to directionally make your half square triangles and have your guys go this way instead of this way. I mean, how frustrating is that when they go this way? Sometimes, you know, it doesn't matter, and, you know, you're like, oh, I use a quilt any which way, but sometimes you really want them to be this way, not that way. All right. And then next week we will be featuring in on-camera demo of that, of how to do that, and a little tip and trick for how to do a bias binding connection joining. Super fun. What else do we have from this costume party? Well, I loved this line so much that I got a whole bunch, and I ordered a whole bunch more. So I want to share with you that I do have a bunch of the 10-inch squares. Oops, 10-inch squares. And I have the jelly rolls. And then we have the whole towers. We put together towers that we're calling Stash Builder Towers. And this has the full rainbow of gorgeous, gorgeous prints in here. And then this one we didn't include because we thought that it would be too hard to position him in a half square triangle. So this one is really, really great. And I love those eyes. Aren't they fun, Kathy?
They are really fun.
They are so fun. So we have these towers available as well. We have official pattern inspiration from Pammy Jane, and I am going to share that with you here. So we have a spooky sampler, which is 60 by 72, And this could be done either just as a sampler. It could be done as a block of the month. We're going to talk about things a little bit with that. Let me change up our little caption here. So, and then we have the dead end, which is kind of like a little row by row here. And this is also a sampler. It's a hauntingly sweet foundation paper pieced neighborhood where you have some ghosties in here. You have some candy corn trees. You have some apartment buildings and some homes. Oh my gosh, so fun. So these are two different fun pieces here. She also has some standalone patterns that are Dresden inspired, and Dresdens are just oh so hot. So this one here is Dresden in a circle, traditional, with a sashed set here, and I love how the star points are the cornerstones of this, and that's a 69 by 69. And then we have Moonbeams, which is a Dresden, but it forms this little wiggle worm. That's a very technical term, a wiggle worm, a caterpillar, a wave of Dresdens. But I think it's more cute as a caterpillar. Ooh, what if we just like did that and then like we put a little head there? That'd be super cute. Anyhow, but for Moonbeams, I love how she put the Edgar Allan Poe phrase here, for the moon never beams without bringing me dreams. Edgar Allan Poe. Very fun. Then we have Cool Cats and Kittens, which is fun. And this is not done in Halloween fabric, but I think it's super cute. And so this is Pammy Jane. And then, not Pammy Jane, but I thought since we're talking about kind of bright things here, I put these next to us. And so, look at this. So we need to talk about, are we going to be doing a Halloween block of the month next year? You know, I talked about it, and so we will have some options here. So this one, Happy Hollows 12-month block of the month pattern, and we have some bats, some ghosts, some pumpkins, some witches' hats, mummies, Frankenstein, super cute. So this is an option. I love Happy Halloween by Elizabeth Hartman. This is the one that I was initially thinking that we'd do. Super, super fun. We also could do Dead End or Spooky Sampler. I don't know. You're just going to have to let me know which one of these could be fun to add on as a project in 2026. Type us in the comments. Let us hear your vote. And Lynette, I know you're saying all of them, but, you know, I don't know that we can do all of them. And then look at this. Isn't that cute? Hester's hat. So just another fun pattern inspiration until we look at the next fabrics. Whew. So what else do I have to show you? I said on this little blurb that I do have some ribbons. So I wanted to show you some fun ribbon that I got. So I have some Renaissance ribbon and then just some Stacy East shoe ribbon. So let's take a peek at that. So I have two Witchy Ways designer ribbon packs from Renaissance Ribbon, and these are from Corey Dentini, and I just love these. So the Renaissance ribbon is not a, this is a designer collector item. There's a yard each of these ribbons, and this is $43.95. Super, super cute. And then this one, this is the Witchy Ways cat pack, and this is super cool. So we didn't get the Witchy Ways fabric by Corey Dentini, but I think that this just goes really, really well with a lot of different fabrics, and it's just cute for all of your embellishment needs. And then we do have the Spooky, which is a yard and a half of 3 different ribbons. This is from Stacy East Shoe. And so you have the really cool diagonal stripe, you have the super cute pumpkins, and then you have the fun ghosties. Oh my gosh, so much fun. Okay, so Halloween block of the month seems to be exciting. All right, so, oh, and thanks everybody for coming, and no problem for being a little couple minutes late. And I know some of you, we might be hopping back and forth between a Packer game or something. That's all right. If you're just tuning in, know that we are doing Boo Bucks. So what is that, Boo Buck? That means that anything that you purchase tonight through 9 a.m. tomorrow morning, that is September 12th, 2025, you are going to get $1 for every $10 spent. That's going to be issued as a Boo Buck, which can be used in October of 2025. So no limit, and it is good for merchandise purchases. It is not on gift card purchases. The Boo Bucks will be issued tomorrow by email because it's going to be a personalized code for each of you based on the dollar amount that you spent. All right, what else do we have? Okay, so what else do we have? We have the Boo Crew. So the Boo Crew, let's wheel in some more fabric. So the Boo Crew, oh my gosh, we have so much fabric. Beep, 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 beep. All right, so for the Boo Crew, you can come and hold some stuff. Okay, so this one here, we got to show you this first. So we had a panel challenge. Can you get the panels? So I had Kathy take all the panels out of the bags, and then I didn't tell her what to do with them, and then they're over there. I mean, I'm telling you, we're going to be here till midnight because I have so much fun stuff to share with you. So this is a really fun panel, and Katie decided to grab this one and do some things. So Kathy's going to show us the panel. And this is originally to make, come on over a little bit. So this is originally to make some trick-or-treat bags. You can make 2 different trick-or-treat bags, okay? But what we thought is with these little squares, you could also do different things. So Katie decided to make with the Boo Crew side. So she decided to make 2 fun little pillows, and she just stuffed them with a little bit of stuffing. You could use the packaged stuffing that we carry here. You could use leftover batting. You could stuff it with some bits of fabric that you have laying around. And she covered them with some fun fabric from the line. And then this is so cute. Oh my gosh. So she put some fusible fleece in here, and then some really cute candy corn. And then she put, this bag belongs to Katie. Oh, it's so cute. I have to show you overhead what that looks like here. If you can see that, she used her machine, and it's a yellow here, but she stitched in Katie so that she knows who this bag belongs to. She just fused it onto the fusible batting, did a little bit of edge stitching here. You could go crazy with some extra stitching. You could make 4 bags by using a different piece of fabric on the back side. You could put 2 different sides. You could just make the 2 as original. You could make them all as pillows, or you could cut them apart and use them in quilts and or table toppers. So thank you so much, Katie, for sharing this with us. We will be featuring this in the front of our store for a couple weeks, so you'll be able to check out the fun project. Now, in the Boo Crew fabric, we have a whole bunch of really fun fabrics. I'm going to show you a few of them, and we'll take a peek overhead. So we have this guy here, which is so fun, and that's a stacked, what we call stacked. So these are little fun little cats. Then we have a tossed, because they're tossed every which way, okay? And then, oh my gosh, we have the stripe. Now the stripe is so fun, and you know, you could border this, you could simply make a, you could chop this up and you could make tote bags out of this, or you could make the easy striped table runner, right? You could just go ahead and use this, because this is so fun. You have seen how these go together, right? The Karen Montgomery pattern, you use your 60-degree ruler. If you don't have a 60-degree ruler, I can hook you up. I know people. We have the clear view. We have the new Creative Grid 60-degree diamond ruler. Your hex and more works. You also could just use the 60-degree line on your strip ruler or any other 60-degree ruler that you have in your sewing stash, right? So that would be super fun. If you wanted to do that, go ahead and grab this in 1.5-yard increments, okay? And this is the Boo Crew from Northcott. So super fun. I think that's going to be a great way to just kind of quick use this. And when you're making these, you can either make them where you just sew your right sides together and flip it, or you can go ahead and quilt it and bind it traditionally. When I make this table runner, I often quilt it and bind it up. So just super fun and sweet. All right. Next up, and we have Mr. Bones Sews. So with Mr. Bones Sews, that's kind of crazy. Apparently Mr. Bones is a character. I don't know. And do you want to grab the tote bag? So Patchworks alumni and wonderful customer Tammy, she shared her So Spooky tote bag with us. Oh, look at this. So we have one panel remaining. So you have that. Do you have this? Maybe not. So here it is. Here it is. So she lined it with some really fun fabric, and then she put this in here. So this is a little bit kind of like a canvasy fabric, okay? And Kathy's going to open up the panel for us. Okay. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 quilt labels, okay? And then you have the So Spooky that can be just turned into a fun little bag, and the strips on the side which can be turned into the handle. If you had wanted to, once again, you could make 2 pillows. You could do 1 pillow. You could have it be the center of a wall hanging. You could have it the center of a quilt. And then you have these really cute labels. Let's look at them this way. Really cute little labels. Thank you so much, Kathy, that you can decorate and use for your latest project. And what I think could also be super fun is that whenever I see these little miniature instruction illustrations, I always want to just, like, I don't know, cut it out, back it with a little bit of something something so that it's stiff, to use it as a little dolly toy. Wouldn't that be cute? As a little dolly tote bag.
That's more of a canvas fabric.
And this is a canvas fabric, so it'd be fun. And you actually, you know, you could probably find, well, maybe not here, but if you did, you could either have it be one-sided, because I mean, your dolly doesn't necessarily need to have a usable tote bag. It's just something that looks like a tote bag. Or you could go ahead and like go over the top and turn it into a little fun tote bag. I don't know. Super fun. I always like the miniature stuff. So let's take a peek at some of this fun fabric. Thank you so much, Tammy, for sharing that with us. We really, really appreciate it. And if you were on the fence about that fun little tote bag, you want to scoop it up. So we have, this is the print that is in gray on black or the black on purple. We have Bats and Moons. This, I think, here is my favorite print of the entire line, and that's the teeny tiny little witch heads, the ghosts, the tiny pumpkins, the little skulls, the black hats. I mean, isn't that adorable? I think it's super cute. Okay. Then we have skeletons and candy. We have button spiders with needle legs. The little scissors, and oh, so look at this. I mean, I want pins just like this. I want them just like that. I do, with a little pin cushion just like that, and a little ghosty thimble. Oh, and then the little like bone as a seam ripper. Oh my goodness. So cute. And then Mr. Bones, he's sewing, he's falling apart, he's sitting, he's lost in his seam tape. So this is Mr. Bones Sews, super fun. And this is something that we have that we never, ever, ever have, okay? So are you sitting down? I think you're sitting down. If you're like, Julie, I love this fabric, but I just don't have time. I have one and only one Quilt Shop cheater panel sample quilt that is a full-size quilt that we did not quilt up. I have a picture of it. Can you walk out that way? There you go. So this is, we're going to bend it here so we can, do you see it like that? Hold it up. It is a square, and I am selling this quilt top for $50, and you can have it quilted by Angie probably even before Halloween. Let's push this back and see if we can see it a little better. Super, super cute. So only one of these available, and if you quilt it up, nobody's gonna know. Who's gonna know? Nobody's gonna know. So really, really fun. I'm calling this, so that I don't get in trouble, it is Quilt Sample 2, I believe. Let me see if I can find that. Quilt Sample 2. And I'll make sure it is there for us to see. I'm not seeing it right on that, so I will make sure that it's in our collection here. Comment in the comments if you are interested in it for me to get you that link right after the show. All right, and then first person who grabs it is the one who gets it. All right. Oh, someone asks, assume ribbons are not washable. So the hopping over to the ribbons that we shared with you. So the Renaissance ribbons are 100% polyester, and as listed on their website, they are machine washable. So I would not dry them and I would very cautiously wash them. But on the Renaissance ribbon website, they did say that their designer ribbons are washable. So, and because they are, and I have two different ones here that are Ruby Star. I just was seeing if they have anything there. Because they're polyester, I believe they are color fast as well. So I know that they do a really great job, and they research their products and are very, very careful with the products they deliver. So best of the best comes from Renaissance ribbon in our industry. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Wendy. Apparently somebody already bought the Cheater Quilt Top 2. Wah, wah, wah. All right, so we have another one that is going to be coming up. So we'll look at that. Let's see what else I have to share with you. So who's liking this Halloween show? Hopefully you're not bored of all of the Halloween stuff.
I'm having lots of fun.
Kathy's having so much fun, and she's super excited because it is time to talk about Fabulous. So Fabulous is a me and my sister designs, and how fun, me and my sister. My sister is here, yay.
Hello.
So Kathy went ahead and she made us a pillowcase of the fabulous fabric. And with the pillowcase, it's to remind you that we are in the middle of our pillowcase challenge for Ryan's Case for Smiles. So September is the official pillowcase drive month for Ryan's Case for Smiles, and Ryan's Case for Smiles distributes beautiful pillowcases, little hugs and smiles to children across the country in local pediatric hospitals or pediatric units. All of the pillowcases that are donated to our store are shared with our local chapter, and everything is distributed locally. If there is something that doesn't quite fit for going to Children's Hospital, Joanne has a couple other places that are great causes where those pillowcases would go if for some reason they wouldn't be suitable to go to the hospital. But everything that we've seen so far this season is 100% appropriate. And Kathy did a count right before. So we have our tote board up at the front of the store. It had been 260. We were trying to go for 600 for the month of September. It is September 11th. And what's our current total?
347.
Holy cow.
Woot,
347. Great job to everyone who has contributed so far. We collect all the time, but September is when we're doing our big drive. And we had done 543 last November, December. So we were hoping for 600 this September, and I think we're going to do it, you guys. So let's see what we can do for bringing some smiles through those pillowcases. So thanks so much. All right. So fabulous is fabulous fabric. It's cute, not too spooky. And I did also want to share that we have, Kathy, can you help me hold these up? So we have the reminder, we talked about this last show, and I know they're impossible to see, but we have three amazing, can you hold this too? Three amazing white on white fabrics from Ramblings for All Occasions that are white on whites. On the website, I have them with the black outline print. And so I have ghosts, bats, and super cute pumpkins that would go really well with any one of these bright lines. So just wanted to share that with you because I had never seen white on white in a Halloween before. So super, super cute. Other super, super cute things that we have here is a little bit left of the Timeless Treasure Nomies that are in little mummies and candy corn. Super, super cute. So this candy corn is a photorealistic interpretation of candy corn. Super cute. Hope you love it. And then just sharing another line with you. This one I don't have a panel inspiration for, but I thought was super cute. So this is Haunted. And I thought this also was really cute because it has the little kids. And so this is by Brenda Watson for Free Spirit. We have a whole line that goes with it, a few extra coordinates, but it's just super, super cute. All right. Next up, we are going to look at Ghostly and Haunted from Art Gallery Fabrics. Dun, 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 Art Gallery Fabrics. Okay. So Ghostly and Haunted is the next in the series of Halloween fabrics, and we have a countdown calendar panel for Ghostly and Haunted. And in the art gallery theme, here we have this really fun one here, and the Ghostly and Haunted has been really, really popular this year. These little checkerboard here, these are actually little cats. Super cute. And then Kathy's going to help show here. So we have this countdown calendar. So there are little windows that you can attach here so that you can have little countdown. It's a 13 13-day countdown. And then this boo here can be turned into a really fun wall hanging or such. So I'm not able to get any more of this. I already called, but we have one left in store for someone who's going to grab it. This is Ghostly and Haunted. Super, super fun, super spooky. And for Art Gallery, we do have the Wicked Bound 2.5 edition, and that is where you can cut on these lines and then it forms a super cute binding. So Art Gallery has had a series of these, and we don't have all of them, but we have quite a few. And of course we had to get the Wicked Bound. Super, super fun. We do still have of the entire Ghostly and Haunted line. We have the 15 fat quarter tower, and then the half yard, 15 half yard piece stack. We have some other Art Galleries that go along with it. A lot of these are on the bolt, but we are sold out of a few of them and we aren't able to get them back in stock. So if you were looking at the whole collection, you'll want to scoop up one of these towers because, you know, Halloween isn't a season, it's a vibe. All right, so related to Ghostly and Haunted, last season we had Eerie, and I have one Eerie kit still available. And so it is Meowgical, last kit, great price. It is $49.99. It had been $79.99, and then you'd get your boo box on top of that. How awesome is that? So Kathy's trying to figure this out. She's going to help show us this quilt. All right. So one more time.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Oh, here we go. All right. So it's the cat. We're going to hold it up really tight. So this is a pixelated quilt sample. Okay, so there's a cat there, and then we're going to lift it up a little bit higher here so you can see the bottom of the cat. Super cute. I saw on our Patchworks Party Facebook page, or our group page, that we had a couple people finish that, and it's super, super cute. So it goes together really, really quick, and we have one kit left, $49.99. Also in the Art Gallery world, we have the Eerie family panel, and I had some fun whipping up some of the characters in the Eerie family panel. So I actually had this little cat as a finger puppet for a little bit. And then this one, oh, she's so cute. Cute, 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 cute. And then I like my little witchy one. So I have one, or did have one, on the site. Let me know if we need more. I am able to order more of this one. I just didn't want to preemptively order a whole bunch in case if everybody's like, Julie, you're crazy. They don't want the zombie dolls. I don't know why you wouldn't want zombie dolls. I mean, they're cute. But I was, oh, here they are. So we have, this is Glenda the Witch, and Ophelia, and Norman, Boris the cat, a crazy little Jack the Pumpkin. You have a little bit of fun fabric here that you can do something with, and then the Batty Bats, Batty Batty Bat, Batty Batty Bat. You can turn into garland. You could make little fun bats for all of your friends. You know, so many options. And so let us know if we need to get more, if we've sold out, and if so, just let me know if you'd like to do that. And then if we really, really need to, and there's huge demand, I can mark the item to be able to oversell so you can still get your boo bucks tonight. Okay. Super, super fun. Oh, thanks so much for sharing. So with the Fancy Foot shared that she made the Meowgical and backed it in Minky. That had to be so much fun. What color Minky did you use? Let us know, because we would love to know how that all went together. Okay. Fun seeing what everybody's all working on and doing. Next up, we have Hocus Pocus. Hocus Pocus is a line by P&B. And we have a panel for Hocus Pocus. And this is one of the coordinates here. And I love how we have a typewriter and potions and black hats and ravens. And this here, this is the fun little panel that we have. Let me walk out of the way here so you can see it. Okay, so this is a great little panel. And Flo shared a team challenge, panel challenge with us. She framed it out, just showed how you can very, very simply cut it apart and frame it up, right? Super, super fun. Let's walk backwards so we can see it. And then we are going to be, she's going to be quilting this up, and she'll be sharing it with us in the store. But it's a really great way to just whip it up and share the fun. So this is a little bit of spooky in here, and I love here, so the words here, not too scary, still cute, great use of color. And what I like about this, well, I like a lot about all the Halloween. I'm going to have you continue to kind of hold this here. It goes really well if you had been working with the Stacy E. Chu Home Sweet Haunt line. So these go really, really well together. We're sold out of most of the Home Sweet Haunt. I still have a 15 Fat Quarter Stash Builder Pack, a few bolts on the shelf, but I love how all of these work together. Really, really nice. So that's super fun. Thanks so much, Flo, for sharing with us. And we are going, so thank you so much for sharing that with us. I want to share with you our second cheater panel quilt. And this is from the Home Sweet Haunt line. And we sold out of this kit really, really, really quick. And so we never even had a chance to quilt this up. So we have this full-size sample here ready to be quilted up for you. Who's going to know? No one's going to know. So this is the Cheaters quilt number 1, $50 for that. And but if you wanted to be a purist, which I applaud being a purist, we do have the pattern to be able to make that. And we have that pattern and the Boo Kitty pattern as well that I set somewhere that I don't know where it is. And that's okay. So we have some really great Stacy East Shoe patterns to be able to use to make some fun things. So if you wanted to make the real quilt instead, you can choose your own fabrics and have a lot of fun doing that. Okay, so next up we are going to talk about, we're getting a little spookier now, we're going to talk costumes and cobwebs. Mwahahaha. So costumes and cobwebs. This is a little spookier. So this is Club Hauer. Club Hauer is founded by Tula Pink's tattoo artist. So we have some really fun fabrics. It's bright and bold and exciting. And I pulled out some non-scary fabrics because I don't want to scare Kathy.
Don't scare me.
So we have here, well, this is still a little, it's not scary at all. It's not scary. So we have this fun, from far away you can see it's like the little quilt block print here. So super cute. If you look a little closer, there's some spiders, but we won't look too close. And then this is the lining that Tammy had used for her Mr. Bones Sews tote bag. Super cute. So this is knitting with a spider web and super fun. So especially if you're a knitter, kind of cool. I'm not going to pull this apart and show you all the fabrics. We do have many of them, but not all of them. And there is a panel that goes with this line. And this one's a little scary, okay? So don't be scared. Kathy doesn't want to look. Is it too scary? Oh no, it's not too scary. So here we go. So this is, look at this cute little cat. And then the hat, oh my gosh, super cute. So Sherry participated in our team challenge on this one, and she put together and she quilted this one up. Super cute. So this is, we're going to walk a little bit towards me. Yep, okay, and higher, well, or backwards. Okay, here we go. So this here, this is taking the different squares and bordering them out so that they look like they are in a little 3D box. They're in a window pane. Super cute. And she used this background here that we showed you that also had been Tammy's lining. I love this fun little fabric here. And then this is so cute, that border. And if we look super close, the quilting in here, she put in some spider web and then did some outlining here and then stippling around her little characters. So super fun. Thank you so much for participating. You'll be able to see that for the next couple weeks hanging in the store. Super fun, super fun. Whew, time for a quick sip of water. Gonna just make sure we don't have any questions here. Oh, those spider webs are so adorable. Oh, and the Minky was little black dots on the Minky. Super cute. All right, now while we are kind of in between, I did want to share that we do have some fun colors in our pre-made binding. So these would be perfect for a finish on your quilt. These are bias bindings on the roll. If you aren't familiar, we sell them by the yard or part of the yard. And they are made from the same fabrics that you'd buy on the shelf. So this one is, and they're from Moda. So this one is Leaf Bella Solid. And it's on the bias already done for you. Now, why would you use just a solid as a bias? Well, if you have curves, but the thing that I really like about bias binding is that it lays super flat without you having a lot of effort for making it flat. So I think it's just, it makes the job so much easier when you're binding it. So if you ever are struggling with your binding and you want a little bit more pleasure with your binding, try a bias binding and see if that doesn't work a little bit better for you. All right? Okay. So now we are going to talk about Tim Holtz. Tim Holtz. All right. So for our Tim Holtz, we have some seasonal fabrics, but we also have some non-seasonal that are just kind of in Tim Holtz-esque. So in general, when we think of Tim Holtz and the multimedia artist, a lot of his things are spooky, right? So I think he loves Halloween almost as much as I do. Well, probably more than I do. And I wanted to share that not only do we have his seasonal fabrics, but we also brought in and continue to have some of his previous fun things. So we have the Frightful. And for the Frightful, we did get all of the different substrates. So this here, this is an embark canvas. So really, really fun. This is, we'll look at it overhead here. So these are, I'm going to call them ravens. They might just be crows, but I'm going to call them ravens over print, okay? So really fun, and you could use this as a panel on a tote. You could use this as a pillow. You could incorporate it into a quilt if you had wanted to. The seasonal palette that Tim had this year, there are 5 different prints, which we do all have in stock. This is one of my favorite pieces here. This is the collage. Super cool, lots of great stuff. And we just have a really nice variety of different Tim fabrics. So we have one of them together. So this is the Witch's Hat Starter Kit. So we put some things together. This one I don't have made up as a sample for you, but it's a really fun, different hat quilt made by Jennifer Long, or designed by Jennifer Long of Sew a Story. And we have the patterns in stock, and you can see how it was colorized using the Tim Holtz fabric. This is a 62 by 79 quilt. So these hats are pretty sizable, right? So they're not small little hats. They are probably 15-ish inches tall. And then it's bordered with this really fun print here. And there is a great background there. So I'm calling this the starter kit because I did not include the background here. So you'll want to add 3 5/8 yards of background. So you could either use the really fun Tim Holtz seasonal background, or you could just pick any background that you like. And the starter kit of this is $119.99. And then I want to share with you, Tammy loves Halloween a lot too. And so she picked up the other Tim Holtz seasonal kit that we put together, and this is Little Witch. Well, Little Witch isn't so little, but she is so stinking cute. So let's see here if we have this. Open it right. Here we go. This is the top corner over here. So thank you, Tammy, for sharing this with us before you sent it to Angie to have it quilted. And you can see the top here. We're going to fold it right here so that we can hold it up so we can see the little cute little witch. We need to be taller. We need to be like on this giant stage. Isn't she cute? She's like life size. So thank you so much for sharing that. We have the patterns here, and I think we'd be able to put another kit together for you as well. We just had sold out of the kits, but we do have the Little Witch pattern here. Oh, and here's those other patterns. Okay, so we have Little Witch and Witch's Hat patterns available separately. Super fun, super cute. You can see them colorized in brighter colors here, or you can see them colorized on the Free Spirit Inspiration page, as we've also put in our quilt kits, so that you can see them in those spooky colors. All right, and just because I found them, I just have to share them with you. So the Stacy East Chew patterns that we have here, the Haunting Good Time, and the Kitty Says Boo. Color-wise, goes really well with kind of the new genre we're in, and just wanted to share those with you before we moved on. So thank you so much, Tammy, for sharing more work with us. We really appreciate that. Oh yes, that witch is so cute. All right, so what else do we have? Well, this is a standalone, and I thought this is super cool. So, you know, we know Moda Three Sisters as being like floral and gorgeous and elegant and sophisticated. Well, they came out with a single Halloween print this year, and I think it's amazing. So, look at this. Oh my gosh. It is so cool. So it is up, and so you're seeing it from far away, okay? And then we're going to see it up close. We'll look overhead on this here, okay? So you can see it overhead. So we have some haunted houses here, and then we have owl. And we have some roses, some blood roses, little skeletons. We have a moth. Oh my goodness. A raven hanging out here. Lots of cool stuff. So this is a really great statement piece. And we do have that here. So that is really, really fun. All right. So I'm going to hand a few things to Kathy because I'm just tipping over. I am tipping over. I'm going to give this guy to you, and then we'll keep the kit over here. All right, thank you. All right, what else do we have? Oh, what size is the Cute Witch? So the Cute Witch, the little witch pattern that I just gave to Kathy is... Did I not give it to you? All right, let's quick check online here to see what the little witch is. Okay, the little witch pattern is 63 or 65 by 73. So based on that, the witch itself is probably like 45 inches tall. I'm guessing, I don't know that for a fact, but the whole thing is 65, so it's an ample little witch. Okay. Good question, Lori. Thank you so much. Oh, and thank you, Tammy. So Tammy said that the little witch was really, really, really fun to make. And I appreciate you saying that because, you know, sometimes things aren't so fun, but just look great. So this not only looked great, but was super fun. So thank you for sharing with us. And we can't wait to see it after it's quilted. Super cute. Okay. Next up, we have just a tiny bit that I want to share. I wasn't going to share this one, but Kathy said, you have to show it. You have to show it. So we have, Ruby Star didn't have a Halloween line this year, but they had Good Spirits last year, and we have a little bit of it left over, and it's really nice. So I wanted to share it. So we have, I just brought some of the colorway over, and we did now move it. We moved everything to the front foyer, and this is in the front foyer now. So super, super fun. And so we have some people dancing. I love these cats. These cats are so cute. And cats we have available in a few colors, but I pulled the citron accent here because we have this citron accent right there. And I think we have some citron and some starry. I don't know. It's super cute. But you have the combination between spooky and cute. So you can decide which way you want to go with it. Now, newer this year is not specifically Halloween, but I think is an homage to Wicked, which, you know, you have a witch, so that still could kind of be Halloween-y, you know, since it's a vibe and not a season. I love this starry. It is so cool. It is color 89, so it's RS4109, color 89, and it's just cool. So you have your Wicked Witch of the, you have your Wicked Witch and your Good Witch, and it's all fabulous. I need to catch up on my Wicked, I think. All right. And then I just had to bring this out. We're going to be going into our value price fabrics, but I got in another bolt of Mystic Moonlight, this star from Club Hauer, and it's just really, really cool because it's this off color with this bronze star, and it doesn't scream Halloween, but it goes so well with so many Halloween things as well as everything else. And so we brought in it again, and it is at the value price, I believe. Maybe not. I need to look because it doesn't seem to have a value price on it. So we will make sure it does have a value price on it. All right. Whew. So next up, we are going to talk about all of the amazing stuff that we have in our value-priced room, okay? In the value-priced room, we did move Hey Boo back there. And so Hey Boo was Lala Boutique's Halloween line from last year, okay? And we had most of it picked over, which is why it got relegated to the back room, even though there's some super cute pieces. So this is just a taste of what's back there. But what is more exciting are the fun little blocks that go with it. So we have some really great quilt patterns that go with this line that I want to share with you. So the fun thing about, and these have been hanging in the store, and you can use them separate, you can use them together. So Frank, got to start with Frank. Look at that, super cute. So you could make Frank just as is, or you could make him as a pillow, or you could make him as part of a sampler. And then we have Ghost Town. And Ghost Town has houses and ghosts. So this is one of the houses. And then we have a super cute little ghost. Oh my gosh. Doo, 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 doo. Friendly ghost. Okay. So that's Ghost Town. And the patterns are in the regular price section. Okay. And of course you could use them for any fabric. So if you want to have them be spookier, or you wanted to use super bright colors, you could do that. You could just use solids or stuff from the tonal wall. Then we have Tricks and Treats, and that little jack-o'-lantern is so cute. So the little jack-o'-lantern is right here. Oh, so cute. So you can use them together, you could use them separate. A pattern we don't have, and Kathy's going to help me hold this one, is called Pushing Up Daisies. And that one we can get back in, that has the little cute skull and then the cute little daisy. So these are all the same size and super fun. We don't have the Pushing Up Daisies in stock right now, but we'd be able to get that in if you would like. And then other fun inspiration featuring Lala Boutique. Fabric is layer cake pumpkins. So we don't have the panel any longer, but you could use layer cakes squares for that, or if you have the panel hanging out. And then another one which is super fun, an alternate feature of this fabric, is Lemon Cake, featuring a layer cake. Super, super fun. Okay. We've been bringing in more value-priced Halloween fabric. I actually have even more on order that hasn't come here yet, and I hope it comes soon. But let's take a peek at what has come in the past few weeks. So this one, he's super cute. We had that one, and little monsters. We have them tossed as well as stacked. So when they feature like this, they're called stacked, and when they're every which way, we call them tossed. Then this one is super cute. So this is the Spooky Aura. Ooh, ah. And this actually might have some glow-in-the-dark features in there. That's super fun. And this is Spooky Aura as well. This is Who Wants Candy? Super cute. I love this one. So this is a little bookshelf. So we have Witch Watch, Vampirical Evidence, The Complete Guide to Magical Mixers and Elixirs, Foolish Mortal, mwahaha, Fantastic. So kind of crazy, kind of fun. So if you want to make a fun little Halloween something for your book club, I think that would be fabulous, right? You could make book bags for your book club. You could make.
It could be a candy bag.
It could be a candy bag. It could be a table runner. All sorts of fun things. And then on the skull world, I do have other skulls. These are Dear Stella skulls. Super cute. Okay, then, oh, I love.
One of my favorites.
I love the little witchy. She's so cute. So we have that little witchy. She's Graveyard Ghouls with glow. And then part of the same collection. So that's Julie, and that's Frank. Frank the Mummy.
Crazy.
Crazy, crazy, crazy. Okay, maybe it's not me. And then this one here, this is what I used to back the quilt that's behind me. So we'll just take a peek at the really fun quilt that we have here, because I know a lot of times you want to know what did I back it with, and so I backed it with this. So, you know, you can back in anything that you like, but you can always, you know, go to that back room of values if you had wanted a little bit more economical back. All right, then we have, oh, this one's spooky. This one here, this is Spooky Vibes. So Spooky Vibes, I love this one. And then if we wanted to do a little bit more, I don't know, sophisticated kind of Halloween, because we want to be more sophisticated, elegant. We have Witchy Couture. I brought a few pieces. Witchy Couture by Renee Nanaman for Andover. So we have the orangey rust, this sort of mustard ochre, and then a little bit of black and cream. Very elegant. Doesn't read Halloween, but it could be Halloween, so it would be more of a primitive Halloween. And then we have Nevermore by Andover, which has our raven, of course. I really, really, really like this orange and black stripe. And then we have some stars. And, you know, Nevermore here has been like flying out the door. So if you were looking to get some, and we just had an opportunity to buy it at a great price. So we're sharing it with you at a great price. It's a great fabric that we just got in, and it's flying out the door. A couple other things that I just wanted to share with you. If you hadn't been aware, we do, and I pulled a couple of the less Tula-y pieces of it, but we do have some nightshade back in the room of value-priced fabrics. So that could be really nice. I mean, even looking here, this could be a really fun backing for this quilt too, or even to incorporate into it. All sorts of really fun things. Woohoo! We have Lori's keeping score for us, so you're not missing a thing if you're watching with us. Yay! Thanks, Lori. Okay, so just a few more things that I wanted to share with you because, well, and I understand that some of you can't hang out with us all night, but we just got so much to share with you. Okay, so I want to revisit. We had done a bonus bundle of the week a couple weeks ago, and we weren't really focusing on Halloween. It really was getting us ready and getting us in the mood for the Halloween. So we're going to be talking about that tonight. So let's look overhead to see some of the great things that actually go with some of the stuff. So the graveyard ghouls that I had showed you. But we had put a bunch of things together. So it's not, you know, it's a patchwork curated thing. And, you know, this would go really, really well with that new So Simple pattern. Super cute. Super, super cute. Our little mummy. Have a fun little dot here. And then we have a fun border stripe. Oh, so cute. So, you know, you could just chop this up and use him for your blocks. Or you could buy more and make it as a border, you know, all the different options. So that is a bundle of the week that we are talking about again. And so that is 12 fat quarters. That is just $24.99. So now that you're in the mood for the Halloween, now we can talk about it. Okay. Have a few more things on my desk that we need to look at. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Can you believe all the fun things that we have?
It's so fun.
It's so fun. All right. So this is something that I have been hoarding and haven't shared. And Frank's like, why won't I share with anybody? So this is a super cute knit. So, you know, we don't, while we like garment sewing and all the different things, we are not known for having garment fabric. And this is not telling you that we're getting into all the different fabrics. I just found this fabric and I loved it, so I had to bring it in. So for all of you that love Halloween, we now have this one bolt of I need to look at the name of it. It's this great knit fabric from Stoff Fabrics that we have available at an amazing, amazing price. So jersey. It's a jersey. Here we go. Avalana jersey, and it's ochre ghosts. Okay, it is $8.96. I said the regular price is $12.96, but that's actually wrong because it's actually more of a $25 good, and we just got it at an amazing deal. I don't know why, but we just did, and we got it, and we want to share it with you because it's so awesome. So I'm going to show you it overhead, and then I'm going to tell you a little bit about it because I am not well equipped on all of it. So it is Valana jersey, is a fabric that is perfect for clothing, made of 95% cotton and 5% elastane. It is soft and comfortable to wear while retaining its shape with its excellent stretch ability. The fabric width is 165 centimeters, which is about 60 inches wide, and that makes it easy to work with when sewing clothes. We have it in the ghost pattern. It's a versatile fabric that can be used for a wide range of clothing items, including blouses, shirts, dresses, leggings, and it is great both casual and in formal settings. I would love to see a formal ochre ghost dress. In conclusion, Avalana jersey is a fabric that will bring comfort and style to your sewing projects. It's a soft cotton base, and stretchy elastane makes it a joy to wear. And with so many patterns and colors to choose from, you're sure to find the perfect one for your needs. Sold by the yard. So I have it for $8.96 a yard, and it is a gorgeous knit, and hopefully you can make some fun things out of it. I was even thinking some comfy pants, elastic waisted pants would be just great lounge wear. So if you have a serger and wanted to play with it, I think it'd be really fun to whip up something for the spooky season. All right. Then I brought over some of my purse webbings that I thought were, you know, could help you with either making just a fun spooky purse, or if you wanted to decorate some of these bright fun fabrics with some really cool handles. We have some webbing handles ready to go. So the purple here, this is our traditional just cotton webbing that's an inch, $3 a yard. And then we have some noodle head webbing here that is a woven webbing. It's a stripe, and this is $4.96 a yard. And these webbings here are two-sided. They're woven. They're really nice and durable. They're not cotton. I don't have the fiber listing.
That's like Beetlejuice.
It's like Beetlejuice. I know, Beetlejuice. Ah, don't say it. Okay. And then we have some Tula webbing. So this is the Everglow Neon here, and this is inch. And then we have black and white in 1.5 inches. I have a little bit of black and white in inch, but I just wanted to show you that I do have the 1.5 inches in this one. I thought it'd be fun to share also. So we have the Tula Fun zippers by the yard. So these are the Sally Tomato ones. I think that could be super cute. I have some Sassafras Lane zippers, and this is the black and white, you know, Beetlejuice. I forgot I had the Everglow packaged webbing, inch webbing from Renaissance Ribbons. So this is a package of two yards total length in Mystic, which is perfect for most totes. Then, you know, if you're looking at just colors, we thought we would just bring over, you know, some basic stuff, because maybe you don't want to make things in wild patterns, but you just want to make things themed. So I wanted to show you our color builder packs. So we have some green, some orange, and black on black. Kind of fun. And I have 2 different black on black fat stacks, which is really unusual. But one is the Century Blacks from Andover, and then this is just a combination of Patchwork curated ones. Both of these are still available at $39, so you're going to want to scoop up those great prices. And if you really needed a great collection of black on black prints, I have 12 half yards of that one.
And the white on whites would go fabulous with.
Yeah. So if you hold that there, so we can, you know, if you just wanted to do something simple, and one of the quilts I'm going to be showing you next week, this color builder fat stack stuff will go great with that. Thanks, Kathy. Then just generic things of what fun other things could we do. Well, we have some quilt as you go things that I thought could be super fun. So just, you know, the easy peasy. We haven't talked about these in a long time, but they're great. So the Venice Table Runner and then the Morning Blend Table Runner are super great. And then, well, you know, if we're decorating, and some of you have Halloween trees, so this would be a great way using the tree skirt quilt as you go pattern, making a Halloween tree skirt. This would go really super quick. You could either just do wedges or do a Bargello piece. And then reminding you that we did get the Jelly Roll rug stuff back in. So after I showed it to you a couple weeks ago, we sold out right away. We have it back in stock. The fabric tube maker and the batting on a roll. Whew. Whoo-wee. All right, so we've only talked about Halloween things. And thanks so much for joining us. And I know a bunch of you probably can't stay and watch us for forever. We're going to be talking about our new fabrics more next week. I am just going to quick grab them just so that you know that we have them in store, because I know some of you wanted them, but we won't talk about them in great detail. Kathy, right above you. Yep, that has somebody's name on it. So we got in Washi Plus. We've gotten in Forge Found and Hand Me Down. We've gotten in Seth Apter's On Your Mark. So just sharing with you, Seth Apter, On Your Mark. We have yardage in store and online. Washi Plus, we have the pre-cuts, we have the yardage, we have ribbons, all sorts of amazing stuff. We have Forge Found and Hand Me Down by Fancy That Design House. We also have Autumn Found, which is by, there's a right on the shelf there, there's a deer print straight ahead from you. Maybe. Okay, so we will look at it next week. That you can see that autumny print. That one, yes.
Looks like a squirrel.
Or a squirrel.
It looked like a squirrel. There's a squirrel.
There's a
Okay.
squirrel. She's not going crazy. So we have an up north kind of thing. So this is autumn forest. So, and then we got in a great line of blenders from Wilmington. Oh my gosh, all sorts of things. So in closing, we want to debut our latest So Simple quilt. Super, super fun. You can use 12 fat quarters. You can make it a little bigger by adding your panel squares. That is the pattern that's going to be included with all your orders or will be available just for coming into the store. We have our Boo Buck promotion for all purchases through 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. So yes, that is an online thing only right now. And so that promotion, 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, September 12th, 2025, $1 back for every $10 spent. And those bucks can be used during the month of October 2025, in-store or online. Super fun. Lots of great Halloween inspiration. And we're going to have more coming at you next week. So I would like to thank all of our amazing team members who shared their talent with us to be able to help inspire you. And I am so looking forward to being able to share all sorts of more exciting stuff with you. Our Pillowcase Challenge goes through the month of September. We are now at
347.
347. That is just amazing. We do collect all year long. We also collect book bags for Book Ahead. Until next week, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to spend time with us. Happy quilting, and we'll see you soon.